10 is top 10. 10 out of 10 is top 10. 10 out of 10 better go tell a friend, 'cause 10 out of 10 is top 10.
If you don't have time to date, it's fine. All you have to do is download a dating app, upload a recent photo of yourself, say a little short bio about who you are, where you're from, and what you like to do, and begin to swipe left or right on potentially good matching guys or gals that the app recommends based on your input. It's simple, right? Wrong. It's even harder to weed out the googly mooglies on apps because they can literally put anything they want to on there. Trust me, I know from firsthand experience. I met a nice guy on a dating app. After checking out his profile, he seemed legit. Nice and tall, about 5'11", athletic and lean, enjoyed outdoors and working out. So I liked his profile and we ended up matching. After a couple of weeks of talking through the app, we decided to meet up at a 24-hour fitness for a workout date. We agreed to wear blue and black so we can identify each other. I had a friend tag along with me because, well, it was my first time meeting up with a guy from a dating app, and you can never be too sure. I had told him I arrived at the 24-hour fitness and he texted me that he was at the free weights. So I made my way over there and I noticed a guy in a blue shirt with black shorts. And he was the only one in the free weights area, so that had to be him. He was sitting down, and when I walked over there, said his name, he stood up and he stood to be about 5'6". Also, he was no longer lean or athletic. I made sure he was the correct person and yep, he was. Needless to say, I felt duped. We worked out for a good 15 minutes before I made eye contact with my friend saying, "It's time to go." She made her way down to me, and my date was a little shocked that I brought somebody. But honestly, I was shocked that you lied about your height. You left 5 inches off, dude. So yeah, no more dating apps for me. Well, at least for now.
No. Let's go
Like,
into the
it's
next
fine.
one.
Like, just don't lie about how tall you are, or like, don't lie about, what you do. Just tell people. And if they can accept you, then swipe left.
Trying to find love these days may be a little more difficult than it used to be back in the day. But when you find someone that you vibe with, you make sure to follow all the steps that keep the engine going. Or at least that's something I would do. After searching for some time, I had finally found someone I could relate to and keep a good flow of conversation going with. So of course, we finally met up for, dinner. The young lady was dressed well and had great energy. All in all, it was safe to say we had a great date. At the end of the night, I was walking her to her home, and suddenly, she just started to run away. Without question, I chased after her and asked what was wrong. Well, more like shouted. All she said was, "Police, I have a warrant out for me." In that very moment, I knew this was bad. I kept running, but in a different direction after she told me that bit of information. Eventually, I did end up getting caught by the police, sadly. It took me 20 minutes to explain to them my situation and how it was my first day meeting her and I was not involved in whatever she had going on. Those 20 minutes may have been short for most, but for me, it felt like 20 hours. I was afraid, but luckily, they believed me and let me go. Whew, glad that's over with.
Before California made marijuana legal and all the CBD products and all that, there was this guy that I was chilling with, and we were in his car, and we were near a college campus, and cops got behind him. And I was like, "Yo, you're being followed by the cops," right? And the reason why I was so scared is because he is a weed smoker and he had weed in the car. But you know what? I'm not a smoker at all. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, "I told you don't travel with with that stuff in the car. Look, you don't listen to me." Now a cop is behind you. He's like, "That cop not gonna do nothing." And the cop turned on his lights. And do you know this boy sped off on a car chase away from the cops, ran the stop sign, tried to go around the college campus. So you know what I did? Because I'm not a criminal. I'm not a criminal. So what I did, I opened the door and I jumped out like I was Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible with the car moving. And I ran through the dorms because you're not going to take me to jail for a bad choice you made. I've been good this whole time in my life, and I'm not going to let you take me down. You understand me? So I had to do what I had to do. He thought I was crazy. He called me later and said, "Why would you jump out of a moving vehicle? Why would you run away from the cops?" And you know what he did with the weed? I saw it before I jumped out. He put the weed in his mouth and swallowed it. And it was like a lot.
How do you even get with someone like that? Like, what did it hurt when you rolled out? Did you remember? Or the adrenaline was moving so much that you just was like,
I didn't feel anything. I felt like an action figure. I know that much. I felt like I was a movie star or something.
I could just imagine you just.
I jumped out. I sure did. I jumped out, feet moving just like the Flintstones. I was gone with it. Gone with the wind, fabulous. I went.
Shut up. I never knew that. Now that's hilarious. What? I ain't never jumped out no moving car.
I can't stand that when these criminals go on dates and try to act regular, and then later you find out they got all these warrants and stuff. I did find out later, like it was like a year later, that this one person had a felony or whatever on their record.
Wow.
Like, you know, that limits your job prospects, even though that's sad. They should be able to get jobs coming out of prison so they don't have to resort back to crime. And like, that's a real issue, but you should also be transparent in the beginning, you know.
Yes, you have to tell people in the beginning. Now, I'm going to have that picture if you just...
I like to call this one the loud talker. There are some people you can't take anywhere because the moment you do, you're bound to experience something new, and not in a good way. On this particular date, Adam asked his coworker Michael to go to a movie date with him, and the coworker agreed. Finally, the day had arrived to see the movie. Adam looked at his watch as he waited in the theater lobby for his date to arrive. As the clock ticked away, Adam started thinking maybe he won't show up. But just before Adam gave up hope, Michael appeared. Adam was relieved. They went into the movie theater and located their seats just in time for the trailers. The first trailer appeared on screen, a scary movie. The theater became intensely quiet. Then suddenly, in the loudest voice ever heard in a movie theater, Michael says, "Yeah, I don't think I'll be buying a ticket to that." Adam is surprised at how loud Michael's voice echoes across the surround sound theater. He shrugs it off, thinking maybe Michael also underestimated how loud he was. Another trailer comes on. "Oh my gosh, who makes these movies?" Michael says loudly. Adam, whose ear is right next to Michael's mouth, is not only shocked, but he's also getting irritated. The next trailer, Michael is even louder, sharing his opinions. Adam attempts to quiet him. "Shh, everybody can hear you," he tries to say nicely. Michael chuckles. "Oh, my bad." The movie finally starts, and would you believe that Michael talked loudly throughout the whole film and even had the audacity to do his version of a whisper in Adam's poor ear? Adam sinks down in his chair, embarrassed to the gods. To refrain from leaving his date in the middle of the movie, Adam excuses himself for the majority of the film with several excuses such as needing concessions and going to the restroom. Needless to say, that was Adam's last time asking a coworker out on a date.